Giving Back, sponsored by Patterson Legal Group.
We're excited to partner with Patterson Legal Group in our latest edition of Giving Back, where local nonprofits are recognized for the great work they're doing to make our communities better places to live. Patterson Legal Group recognizes a new nonprofit and presents them with a $500 check. This week, we're proud to spotlight the Michael H. Davis Family Foundation. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Tyler Patterson. This week's Giving Back recipient is the Michael H. Davis Foundation. I'm here with Christy today. Christy, tell us a little bit about the group.
Yes, the foundation was established in memory of my late husband, Michael Davis, and what we do is we provide mentorship, scholarships, as well as other educational resources for students across the state of Kansas. And we're so happy to be here, so thank you.
Well, thanks for all the great work that you're doing. Your husband's legacy is incredible.
Thank you so much.
And joining us now is Khadijah and Kalia with the Michael H. Davis Family Foundation. Good morning.
Good morning.
Great to have you guys on the show. And I want to start out, give us a little history of the foundation.
Yeah, definitely. Well, first, thank you for having us on.
Of course.
Definitely appreciate it. And the opportunity to speak more about the foundation. The Michael H. Davis Family Foundation began really with our father's passing in 2023. So we spent a year really figuring out how can we keep our father's drive for helping the community, for being involved, and for really championing what our community is about here in Kansas. And we landed on creating a foundation to preserve that memory. So we spent a year working on it, making sure that we can provide financial assistance while also providing mentorship that we needed when we were living in Kansas and really growing up through the TPS system. So that's the history of it and what we're aiming to do.
That is wonderful. So you guys are just still just kind of getting off the ground and going, but that's fantastic. So you kind of mentioned mentorships. Yeah, what kind of services are you providing for the community?
Yeah, oh my goodness, that's such a great question. So we have kind of a bunch of different ones. So we have scholarships. So this class coming up in May will be our inaugural group of students. So we're really excited to be able to give back to them. And then we also have a mentorship program that we're going to be launching with these students. So whatever they really need, I think with this class, what's really going to be interesting is we are really just alongside them and they're telling us, okay, we need this, there's a need for this. And we are figuring out a plan and saying, okay, let's work together and build something for you, because right now I know just enough about high school, but I've been out of high school a while. So I really need to be able to hear from them and to be able to support them. So we'll have that as well. And then hopefully in the future, there's so many more things that we can do. But with this class, definitely mentorship and scholarships is the big two.
I love that you guys are wanting to listen to community and find out what, directly what their needs are, then, figure out a way to address them. That is so wonderful. So for this inaugural class, I guess, how are you projecting this inaugural class so far going?
Oh, goodness. Oh, you go ahead.
Oh, yeah. We're sisters, so you can just it's been phenomenal so far to see the response from not only 501 schools, but schools across Kansas say, like, we're really eager for mentorship. We're really eager for this connection. And one thing that makes our foundation unique in a sense is that we're not closing ourselves off to that connection. Just because a student isn't necessarily in the recipient pool, or they aren't our quote unquote mentees in a sense, they are still welcome to ask us questions. They're still welcome to email us and say, hey, I don't understand how this form works. What should I do? Or nobody in my family has gone to college, so I just need somebody who's been there to kind of help me out. And seeing the response from that, we were a little skeptical at first, like, oh, will people want this if they aren't selected? And people really are craving that connection in community, so it's been wonderful.
Yeah, that is really great. And with this mentorship, what are you envisioning for this mentorship coming up?
Yeah, for me, it's really about creating that pipeline. As a TPS 501 graduate, I understand what it looks like when you go to school out of state, but you still want to be connected at home. I understand what it means when you're at home, but your friends have left to go out of state, what job prospects look like. So really building that pipeline out and saying, as Kansas kids, we understand Kansas kids. We understand what our community is looking for, and we want to be that linkage. So having students go through that program, really transition into college, keeping students in school, having those resources, and then redirecting those resources back to our community, where then they are the mentors to the next class, where we're building those relationships with businesses, where students feel like they don't have to go elsewhere to receive help, that Kansas has the resources that they need. So that's really our vision for that.
Wonderful. I really do love that. I remember my transition from being here in Kansas to going becoming a college away student, and it's scary.
Yeah.
You're going to a place you don't really know what's happening, and so it's great that you're kind of trying to offer this mentorship, this guide, almost a guidebook really, to offer the students here. That's fantastic, and I love that you're also wanting to build a circle, a bridge back to keep the cycle going. That's fantastic. If someone's interested in becoming enrolled in one of your classes or becoming a mentee, what do they need to do? Who do they need to reach out to?
Yeah, that's such a great question. They can just go to our website, davisfamilyfdn.org. They can hit contact us, fill out the form, and we will be in touch.
Easy as that. That's fantastic. Okay. Is there any kind of limited numbers right now, or is this kind of as many as you guys can help?
As many as we can help, We are the vessel, so.
Yeah, and people were so generous with their time with us that I definitely want to help out as many people as I can, and that's the benefit of getting older. One of the few benefits of getting older, building those connections and having those resources where if I don't know the answer, I know somebody who might. So being able to link people.
I love that. Yes, the networking is so important. It's great that there's people like you who are leading the way for the community to continue to strengthen it as the years go by. And so, what's it mean for you guys the start of this foundation, especially in your father's memory like this?
Oh my gosh, it's hard to even put it into words. It's really exciting. I think also to just have something that we can carry on throughout our lives and into the next generation for others to kind of lead. But I think what's really unique is that he was also a business owner in Topeka, and so just to be able to kind of have that memory of him still within Topeka, for people to say, oh, I wasn't around when he was a business owner, but now there's this foundation that's in his honor, I think is really, really cool. And it's just such an honor to be his child doing this for him. So I'm really, really excited.
That's wonderful. Same sentiment, I'm assuming?
Definitely.
And so I know you guys are kind of a relatively new foundation, but can you think of just the excitement for the inaugural class, for the mentorships, like the impact maybe you've seen it already have on the community, or you hope to have on the community?
Yeah, the impact so far has been wonderful. People saying, I remember you when you were in high school in the area, and now you came back. You could have stayed away. You could have not come back and helped out the community, but you chose to come back. That means a lot to us. And people really being excited to watch you grow and enter a new phase of life and saying, I know that you will be a good mentor. I know that you will be a good force behind change and affect change in a great way it means a lot. I can't tell you how much it means to me to hear people say that as I've gotten older and recognize that we need community. We need each other. So seeing other people see that in me and me seeing that in our cohort is just kind of a full circle moment.
That's lovely. And yeah, I guess the opportunity to manifest the future for you guys, what do you want to see come out of the foundation in the near future, the distant future?
Oh, that's a great question. For me, it's really being able to have talent within Topeka and retain that talent so that, kids they're going to school, they're going in that transition period where it is scary, to go off to a new place, but knowing that, okay, I can come back to Topeka because I have those connections and I have the ability to go back to the foundation and say, hey, I'm coming back to Topeka. Is there a way where I can get in contact with you all and figure something out? So just having that pipeline for students to know that we are here, we're supportive, and hopefully as we kind of transition to new roles in the foundation, if they want to be part of our work, we're more than glad to have them and to see them kind of shape Topeka and all the future generations to come.
Wonderful. That is a wonderful mission, wonderful goal that I'm very excited to see blossom here in Topeka in the community. And I guess to help this mission out, what can people do to help you guys? Are you like volunteers, donations, mentors? What are you guys looking for to build for the future?
Yeah. Well, donations are always welcome, but we recognize that donations and help comes in different forms. So if people want to serve as a guest speaker, when we have our cohort and we're talking to them about the intricacies of their first year, whether that's somebody saying, oh, I'm a physician and here's what my day-to-day life looks like now, or oh, I'm a lawyer, here's what I had to do to get prepared to go to law school, or I'm an electrician, here's how I made this pivot, or this is the career trajectory that I'm on now, and really giving students an inside look at the talent and the brilliance that we have in Kansas and the wide variety of choices. So if people want to volunteer in that way, if people just want to get connected with us and say we would love to co-host an event, we're always open to that. Any way that the Topeka community wants to be involved, we definitely welcome.
Fantastic. And yeah, so if somebody wants to reach out and help you guys out, what do they need to do?
Yeah, you can go to our website. It's davisfamilyfdn.org. You can hit the contact us button, fill out the form, and we.
Wonderful. Well, I'm very excited for the future of the foundation, guys. This has been great chatting with you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and thank you for the work you're doing out there in the community. And again, I'm looking forward to the years to come to hear what you guys do next.
Thank you so much.
Of course, everyone, again, to learn more, you can visit davisfamilyfdn.org.
Giving Back, sponsored by Patterson Legal Group.